Good afternoon, and welcome to Sports Shorts Daily on a Monday afternoon, June the 2nd on the old calendar. That means lots of things, but I'm Tommy Christman. Glad to be here. Glad to have you there. As always, we're presented by the LeBears Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge with the Edge Lounge, and a great place to watch tonight's LSU Arkansas Little Rock game, the NBA Finals, everything else you got going on. LeBears Casino and Hotel in Baton Rouge, the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. All right, a different kind of thing. We're here Monday afternoon, and Ronnie Rance hopefully can pop in and join us in a minute. He's very busy because of the Baton Rouge Rougarou, who begin their season opener, home opener tomorrow night. Actually, there's home games Tuesday and Wednesday, 7 o'clock, Pete Goolsbee Field in Baton Rouge. Gates open up at 6. Free admission tomorrow night. No reason not to be there Tuesday night, tomorrow night. Free admission, thanks to Gordon McKernan, attorney at law. Free admission Tuesday night. They'll be there Wednesday night with a half-price Tremonti's hamburgers. Baton Rouge Rougarou taking on the Brazos Valley Bombers. Texas Collegiate League Woodbat action. Pete Goolsbee Field, TexasCollegiateLeague.com, Rougarou.com. You got to check it all out when you can and be there tomorrow night for the season opener / home opener. Hey, double dip, season and home opener tomorrow night. All right. Like and share this show, no matter whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X. Like and share. That helps everyone involved. All right, let's talk LSU baseball. They lose last night to Arkansas Little Rock and got to play tonight. Winner of tonight's game will advance to a super regional against West Virginia. If LSU wins, they'll host West Virginia. If they don't, I think Little Rock would go to West Virginia, but we won't worry about that. LSU last night, Sunday night, walked entirely too many people. Couldn't get hits. Left men on base. Too many flyouts, pop-ups. Didn't look good at all. Okay, now look, let's say this. It is baseball. It is baseball, and anything can happen in baseball. I mean, just look at Little Rock. What, RPI 243? 64th team in, 64th team out of when they stacked them 1 to 64. Saying, that's that's the order of the 64 teams in. But they got hot in their conference tournament, Ohio Valley Conference. Their coach, Chris Curry, has been around, played at Mississippi State, coached at Arkansas. He knows the deal. He knows the drill. Went to Omaha twice and was an assistant at Arkansas. Little Rock still got college baseball players. Okay? Now, in the words of Skip Bertman, you got to flush last night. You got to forget the walks. You got to forget the left on base, all of that stuff. That was going on. You guys got to totally forget that and get ready for Little Rock tonight. Who will pitch? My guess is it's Kason Evans, and that's a guess. I don't know that. I don't have inside info. I haven't seen a release from LSU baseball yet. My guess is it's Kason Evans, and then he will have to get it done for as far as he can. 5 innings, 6 innings, whatever it might be. Then I think you'll see Cowan, okay, and who knows what. I mean, it's a must-win situation. Nobody had this on the bingo card that they would be playing Monday night against Little Rock. But keep in mind, Little Rock scored, 22 runs on Saturday, and then 8 against Texas Baptist. They scored 30 runs on Saturday. They put 10 more up against LSU. This team's on fire. They're hot. They're college baseball players. They're getting hot at the right time. Now, a lot of pressures on LSU. It's in the LSU dugout. That's where the pressure is because they were not supposed to be playing tonight. Or if they were, maybe Dallas Baptist. That's what everybody thought, but it just goes to show you baseball's different. Baseball is significantly different. You just never know what's going to happen in a game of baseball. You got to get 27 outs. No 10-run rule here in the tournament. Got to get 27 outs, and you got to outscore the opponent. Now, all the other stuff, the fly balls, the walks, the hit batter, left man on base, okay, that's part of last night. It's over. History. Flush it. Turn the page. And get ready for tonight. LSU's got to trust what they have done for the entire season, the body of work, that they can get the job done tonight. Certainly, the pressure's on LSU. Hey, if Arkansas Little Rock loses tonight, okay, they're going to go, look, guys, we had a great run, got to the regional final, knocked off LSU, and then had to take them to the if necessary game. Little Rock will be happy with that, okay? No pressure on them. If they can find a way to win tonight, it's the story. One of the biggest upsets in the history of college baseball, the NCAA tournament. And I mean, in the tournament. And look, you got other, Texas is gone, Vanderbilt's gone. Several, 7 of the 13 SEC teams are gone. It's baseball. Crazy things happen in baseball, and it's a little bit hard to figure it out. And here's the thing Carl points out: LSU's the visiting team again tonight. That's a coin flip. That's an obsolete, antique rule by the NCAA to do a coin flip. What's the reward for being the higher seed, being at home? And they were the visiting team last night, so it should have flipped to the night. But that's not the rules. NCAA does the coin flip. They flipped the coin after the game last night when they knew they had to play tonight. Arkansas Little Rock wins the coin flip. So that's what's good. But that's an old rule that's got to change. And the advantage of higher seed being at home, there's got to be something for that. Okay, you bust your butt all season long to get one of them top 16 seeds and host a regional and slash host a super regional. I don't know, but it is what it is. Still got to get 27 outs, and you got to outscore the opponent. That's what LSU has got to do tonight, or it's going to be a huge disappointment and a huge disappointing end to what has been a pretty darn good season. No, you're not going to see Ianson or Anderson on the mound tonight. I say no way. I just don't think that happens. Now, Ianson through Friday. Could he come in and get one batter? Two batters at the most. If you're in the ninth inning, you got to have an out. Perhaps you're in extra innings. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm sure pitching coach Nate Yesky, head coach Jay Johnson, they have figured all that out. They have a plan for tonight. They have plans for every night, okay? Yeah, they would have liked to have had Newt go longer last night. It didn't work, so they got to go to plan B, plan C, plan D. That's what you got. Okay. Should be a big crowd out of the box tonight. It's going to be warm and humid and all that good stuff, but should be a good crowd. Games on ESPN2. ESPN2, the broadcast, you got five other regionals finishing up today with those Monday games. So you'll be able to scoreboard watch a little bit. I think the first game starts in about an hour or starting shortly, North Carolina and Oklahoma. So we'll be able to, you'll be able to check all that out. But LSU, 8 p.m. and a lot of stuff on social media. Why 8 o'clock? Why are they playing at 8? Do they not care about the fans? What are the people that have to go to work tomorrow? So anyway, that's decided by TV and the NCAA. Okay. ESPN says, okay, you're going in the 8 o'clock slot on ESPN2, and that's where Little Rock and LSU go. That's not Jay Johnson's call. It's not Scott Woodward's call. It's the NCAA says where you're playing and on what platform. In this case, again, ESPN2. So we hope you can check that out. So LSU, Little Rock. Now, back to the Baton Rouge Rougarou, as I mentioned. Okay, we're going to do a special edition of Sports Shorts Daily tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Check our social media to make sure it's 10 o'clock tomorrow because we want everybody at Pete Goolsbee Field tomorrow night. Baton Rouge Rougarou. Free admission thanks to Gordon McKernan, attorney at law. Home games tomorrow and Wednesday. Free admission Tuesday, half price Tremonti's hamburgers on Wednesday. The opponents, the Brazos Valley Bombers from the Texas Division of the Texas Collegiate League. Rougarou going to throw Fabian Hernandez, fantastic lefty, in the opener tomorrow night. He's a runner-up for pitcher of the year last year, been an all-star for a couple of years. Fabian will throw for the Rougarou. This guy last summer threw a complete game, only 73 pitches, faced 27 batters. I'm telling you, the guy pounds the strike zone. Fabian Hernandez. It's worth going out to Pete Goolsbee Field tomorrow to watch Fabian pitch. The whole family's invited. There's a great atmosphere. The kids get to run the bases thanks to Raising Cane's. You got other promotions and marketing thing going on. It's college baseball, wooden bat, summer collegiate baseball, Texas Collegiate League. We want you at Pete Goolsbee Field tomorrow night. Gates open at 6. Game will get started at 7 o'clock, 7:05. It'll stream at TexasCollegiateLeague.com. For those of you watching Sports Shorts Daily and you're not in Baton Rouge, TexasCollegiateLeague.com. You can get all the games for all 6 teams in the Texas Collegiate League. All right, a couple other things happening in the world of sports. Okay, we got to update. Thank you, Adam. North Carolina is already up 3-0 first inning against Oklahoma. That's teams, winner punches a ticket. Thank you, Adam, for that update. Because obviously I don't have that in front of me right now while doing this. A couple other things in the world of sports. A sad note in baseball. Legendary Tulane head baseball coach Joe Brokoff passed away at the age of 88. Brokoff won a state championship at East Jefferson with a bunch of really good players. And then 19 years as a head coach at Tulane. numerous guys into the pros, numerous conference championships, conference tournament titles, a lot of great players. Joe Brockoff, a hitting guru. His hitting method's still being taught to youth baseball and travel ball all over the place. Coach Brockoff was the head coach at Tulane when I pitched at Southeastern, many a matchup against the Green Wave. In fact, I pitched in many of those games. And Joe Brockoff, a legend, a great man who loves baseball, loved teaching kids baseball, in particular hitting. That was his specialty, hitting. But 88 years old, he had a good run. Coach Brock, as he's known, Joe Brockoff, passes away at the age of 88, a legend in the baseball world in Louisiana, whether it's East Jefferson High School or Tulane University, and all the stuff. He sold videos, everything he did with his hitting stuff. So prayers and thoughts go out to the Brockoff family, friends, all his former players, assistant coaches, and Tulane baseball fans. So sad note that came out of New Orleans today. PGA Tour, Scotty Scheffler wins again. Wow, what's new, huh? I think it's just to change it to the Scotty Tour. And then the PGA guys, kind of like when Larry Bird was in the three-point contest, first time at the NBA All-Star Weekend, and he walked into the room like 10, 11, 12 guys going to be in the three-point shooting contest, and he said, which one of y'all going to come in second? And he went out and won it, okay, with his warm-up jacket on. So the PGA Tour has become Scotty Scheffler, and who might come in second, right? Scotty Scheffler wins again the Memorial, Jack Nicklaus's tournament, so big news out the golfing world there. NBA Finals are set. The TV executives aren't real happy. You got Indiana, Oklahoma City, a couple of mid-market teams, middle of the country. They love East Coast, West Coast, big cities. Not going to be the case. We'll talk more about the NBA Finals. Not a lot happening with the Saints this week. Pelicans, who knows what's going on there. So a lot of things are happening and not happening in the world of sports. Let's see. Yeah, Scotty, here's a comment from Randy. Scotty's the best right now by a mile, day in and day out. No question about that, Randy. I agree with you completely. So that's what you got. And again, we're gonna pound it again. We're gonna pound it tomorrow. Follow us on social media. Follow Talking Sports with TK or Tommy Christ Sam, or follow Sports Shorts hosted by Ronnie Ransom. There's my name on the screen. Tommy Christ Sam, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's X. It's all there. You can follow that up real good. And you'll know, I think we're going at 10 o'clock tomorrow. I think we're going to go at 10 o'clock tomorrow with another episode of Sports Shores Daily. Special episode with the Rougarou opening up tomorrow night at home, Pete Goolsbee Field. Again, gates open at 6. Game first pitch right after 7:05. Garrett Wolvert and I will be on the call, TCL, TexasCollegiateLeague.com, if you're around the country and you want to get that stream of Rougarou baseball, the entire Texas League. It's all at TexasCollegiateLeague.com. All right, Court Street Cafe, Port Allen. We'll be out there Wednesday morning for another episode of that show. Tremonti's will be Tremonti's Meat and Seafood Friday. And, of course, Tremonti's Hamburgers, half price off Wednesday night at the Rougarou game. Tremonti's Sausage, everything there. Big pulled pork, big part of the concession stand. Tremonti's Meat and Seafood for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. All right, let's see. All right, okay, yeah, let's see. Randy says he was chatting with Lloyd about me last night. I've seen you host Hold the Rope. Yeah, I hosted Hold the Rope, Skip Bergman's show for a couple of years. Lloyd's a cool dude, big sports guy. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you mentioning that. All right, don't forget, like and share this show, no matter how you're checking it out. YouTube, Facebook, X. Like and share it. That helps everybody involved. Keeps us all going. It helps LeBare's Casino and Hotel, the Rougarou, Court Street Cafe, Tremonti's, you name it. It helps us all. 10 a.m. tomorrow night, but double check all that on social media. We'll pound it out there to get you ready for another episode of Sports Shorts Daily. Let's see here. We got a couple of more quick comments. Let me see here. Lloyd loves him some TK. All right, here we go. Here's a from South Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Listen to another TK original tomorrow night during the play-by-play at the Rougarou. There you go. Perfect. Appreciate that comment from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. They will be watching the Rougarou down there. All right. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we'll get you ready. We'll talk about LSU Little Rock. We'll talk about the rest of the NCAA tournament, who's in the super regionals. We'll know all that by the time we do Sports Shorts Daily tomorrow. On behalf of Ronnie Rance, I'm Tommy Christ Sam. Have a great day, everyone.